Alright, we're live. I'm just gonna go, hang on. I just need to get a couple drinks, guys, and then we'll begin. Hang on a second, I'll just get a couple drinks, and then we can begin. So, just bear with me, everyone. Yeah, just bear with me for a bit, guys. Hello, everybody. And now Martin. Right, hold on, guys. I just need to get some water. I'll be. Yes, it does. Okay, I'm back. So, actually, I didn't get any water. I got some Pepsi. I'm drinking Pepsi instead of Coke now. Yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. Lovely to see you all. So, here we have my main Christmas present, Evening Star, Harris. Hang on, I'll just let everyone know that the stream has started. So, heavy freight engine right here. Evening Star and the 9Fs. They're my absolute favourite locomotives of all. So I'm really happy to finally have a 9F. Tested the layout with this, I've already tested the layout with Evening Star, and it's all fine. You got a new computer? Wonderful. However, it is prone to causing the layout to short circuit and cut off, so we might get a bit of that tonight, but we'll have to wait and see. Hello, Josh. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you all. Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. And as I get it underway, I'll just let everyone know that the stream's begun, and then I'll tell you more about the 9Fs and Evening Star in particular, the engine that this engine is a model of. So we'll get this heavy freight train underway, pull away slowly. We'll just keep the camera there for a bit. And we've had a derailment already. That's to be expected, though, with freight trains, because there's a lot more individual wagons that can come off. The long BR wagon at the back needs to come off. I thought it'd be fine if I put that at the back, but obviously not. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. And Murdoch's themes in my head. You got an Oxford Rail, Dean Goods, and a Hornby Sentinel? Awesome. A steam or a diesel Sentinel? Train guy. Let's put... Oh, I haven't had time to rebuild the goods yet. Hang on, let's put my iPad in the correct place. Make sure it has enough clearance. Oh, a diesel one, nice. Hello, Stan, or Stella. Lovely to see you. So, let's see if it'll run. Slowly. Yeah, it may do that a lot, cut out a bit. Due to the long wheelbase this model has, its wheels kind of need to flex off the track to prevent derailments. Oh, and already we've short-circuited. What I might do is get the older style controller and I think it's called the R965, the older style controller. I can't quite remember though, but I might use that control. I might go and get that controller and use it tonight so that it doesn't keep cutting out like this. Hang on. And every time the wheels slightly slip off the tracks, that causes a short circuit. Stand still there. Hello, Billy. My boy. Christmas ham, crisps and toasters for dinner. Oh, that's what I just ate. Do, 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 do. But yeah, aside from those two issues, it's also prone to cutting out like that. Aside from those two issues, doesn't run too bad for an older model. Got 22 wagons on this train. In reality, the 9Fs could pull double this amount with ease, but this is just as much as it can bear. This is just as many as I have so far. They might need some wider radius curves. Are you going to review it? As it's not a new off-the-shelf model, I probably won't, Stan. I only really review off-the-shelf brand new, off-the-shelf models. Fresh out of the shop, off-the-shelf models. Fresh out of the shop. Fresh out of the shop. Fresh. Slow it down a little bit. That might cause derailments if we run it too fast. Right. Tested it before and it wasn't derailing. Part of me is just considering ignoring any derailments, considering how much easier it is for freight trains to derail on my layout than passenger trains. So part of me is just going to consider ignoring it if one wagon comes off. Ignoring. Bum, 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 bum. I'll get to the chat again in a moment. These sudden stops, causing all the trucks to bump into each other, can cause minor overriding. Merry Christmas. Percy, the Comic Con, you ran things nice. Merry Christmas to when you post later on, alright. Yep, Merry Christmas to you all. Actually, while it stops, this can give me an opportunity to find out where exactly the derailments are occurring. Oh, and now it's left some of them behind. It was running fine earlier. Oh, hang on, it's this curve here where it's happening. Here we are. Some rails slightly out of alignment. There we go. Don't want to run it too fast. Part A, because hello GG Train Spotting, Merry Christmas. A, because freight trains didn't go as fast as passenger trains in real life, generally. And B, to reduce the chance of derailment. If this really doesn't work, getting Evening Star to pull its freight train, we'll just have it pull a passenger train, which wouldn't be too outlandish, because the 9Fs did pull passenger trains in real life, even though they were originally exclusively built to pull freight trains and nothing else. Now the tankers are suddenly derailing at this corner every time. They weren't doing that earlier. Got a Class 56 to Mark 37. Better than the Thompson rebuilds, I see. Oh, now it's fallen over. Once it stops misbehaving, it's not the 9F's fault really, it's the trucks more than anything. The troublesome trucks. They derail a lot more often than the coaches on this layout, so they really are troublesome trucks on this layout. Troublesome trucks. Troublesome trucks. Yes, I did just fart. Deal with it. I'm gonna need to put my fan on. Can we see a close up of the engine? I showed a close up at the start of the stream, Stan. It's fine. Have you just filmed it? Nice. Right. Let's try again. Jerk to a stop again. The wheels might need cleaning as well. And now all the trucks are coming off at that one curve. They weren't this morning. I don't understand it. It's that curve there they're all coming off at. I really don't understand. I don't understand it. Maybe if I do this. Why does it keep coming out here? Oh, I see the problem. There's a very slight dip in that curve there that's causing some of the trucks to wheels to leave the rails. That's the problem. A bit too long, but no, it's not that. There's a slight dip in one of the rails. One of the curve sections. So it's nothing to do with the joints at all. I'm going to have to replace one of the curves. Fine. Isn't. Do you? Hang on. Hang on, guys. I know. Alright, cool. Yes, I can move on from it now, and LP fan. Right, hopefully this should be a bit better. So that was the problem. Wasn't nothing to do with the joints at all. There's a slight dip in the track causing all the trucks to derail. Now we should have no more problems with derailing, hopefully. The DJS petroleum wagon is still off, so should be Should be all good now. If only I could figure out why it keeps cutting out at this end of the layout. Something's purring. Line Fs are supposed to pull long trains, long freight trains. Still there, Stan? Arian Boaters Class 03s. Perfect. Now something seized up. Oh God. Hello. No, exactly. It is. Something keeps seizing up in the tender as well. Which is why it's making that noise. Boom, boom, boom. I know we've had a cutout. Boom. Boom, boom, bubble, 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 boom, 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 boom. Whoa. You know what? Can't keep dealing with these cutouts. I'm gonna go downstairs, get my other older controller. Yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs. Wait, hang on, it might already be in here. The old controller might already be in here. But it won't keep cutting out if I use the older controller, so I'm going to head downstairs and get it. 2006, nice. If anyone who comes while I'm gone, tell them I died in a tornado. I'm going to see if I can find the older controller, guys. I'll be right back. Right, I found it, guys. We won't get quite as smooth running with this older controller. The train won't run quite as smoothly, but this has no short circuit protection in it, so it won't keep cutting out every time the 9F's wheels flex out of the rails, then back in again. Oh shit! Maybe that was a bit too much power. See what I mean? That was a bit too much power. That was a bit too... Power. Right. Just a little bit. Look. Oh shit! Maybe that controller doesn't work with it after all. Just... the slightest amount of juice causes it to shoot off. What the hell? Just amount of juice. What the hell is this? What is this? Maybe the other controller is better after all. And when I turn it off, it doesn't stop immediately. And now it's had a Bosch. A Bosch. Yeah, maybe that wasn't a good idea. Hang on, guys. Let's get the stream on my phone. Okay, I don't think anyone said anything. The new derailment, yes. Looks like we'll have to bear with the older controller after all. It just goes like a stabbed rat on the other controller, on the older controller. So the new one with the short circuit protection will have to do. It's like playing Scalextric with that controller, yes. Bosh. I'll tell you what I have found, though. The Diet Coke and Coca-Cola intermodal wagon for my Coca-Cola train set, the one my dad got me last year, even though I didn't ask for it. Even though I'm boycotting Coke now, it's still good. We'll still have it on the train. Your fits. Go fuck yourself. Oreo Cookie Monster. Yes, this is a Christmas train. I guess we can put the Coca-Cola ones, the 2 Coca-Cola wagons on. Give the 9F a slightly heavier load to pull, which 9Fs are supposed to do. Slightly heavier load to pull. Heavier load to pull. So now it has 24 wagons on its train. Before we send it off, though, let's make sure there's no track circuit breaks. Okay, let's give this another try. Oh, it's cut out here again. Dun 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 dun. Real people know AI? Well, I hope they don't do it again next year. Dun 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 dun. Alright, let's see if it's any better. Going in the other direction. Let's swap the brake van to the other end and see if it's any better in the other direction. Anime flare. Wrong direction. Let's see if it'll run any better in the opposite direction. Oh, and it's cut out already. All because it has to leave the wheel. The wheels have to leave the rail slightly in order for the long wheelbase to negotiate the curves. Wheelbase. Because the long wheelbase has to negotiate. Oh, God. No, that's just causing it. Needs to get it cleaner. Wouldn't really enjoy the same outside of your Uncle George, I see. Okay. I wanted to tell you guys. I wanted to tell you guys more about the 9Fs, but maybe it's the bogey wagon that's causing the short-circuiting. Having the bogey wagon right behind the 9F that's somehow causing the short-circuiting. It was running more or less fine earlier, so I don't understand. Yes, it was short-circuiting a few times, but not this much. Not like on every single lap. Every single lap. come on. I think that jerk caused that derailment. Yes, running at this speed will have to do. Ignore it. Oh God. Quite a bit of Japanese stuff for Christmas. Awesome. Stop cutting out. I need to invest in a proper controller, not one of these ones that don't have any short circuiting or we wouldn't have anywhere near as many problems if there wasn't any short circuit protection. The engine itself runs fine. No problems at all with Evening Star himself. It's the long wheelbase keeps cutting out. You got a VHS for Christmas? Lovely. Which one? Merry Christmas, Logan. Unfortunately, we're having problems. It's always on camera that the layout goes wrong. Doesn't go wrong anywhere near as much off camera. I even tested it this morning. Yes, I have. And they're interesting, Thomason trains. See, it should be running nicely like this around the whole layout. And not stop. I would put a banker on, but... 9Fs aren't supposed to need help. Alright. Immediate cutouts. No, I'm just going to ignore that one truck that's come off. Just hope it re-rails itself. No, it's pulled everything else over. Oh, this is not going well at all. Thought we'd be fine tonight. Of course I've heard of Amtrak. What train enthusiast hasn't heard of Amtrak? Hang on, I'll just let everyone know that the stream's underway. Boom. But then, no, then I suppose. Oh my god. Hold on a second, everyone. It's not going very well. Why is going around this layout without short-circuiting or derailing too much to ask for the 9F? Why is it too much to ask? Is James still there? That can't be the reason, Stan. The 9Fs are supposed to pull long trains. It's the long wheelbase of the 9F that's causing the short circuits. The track up here must be dirty, causing it to cut out. I'm going to do another running session stream on the 27th, guys. Hopefully it'll be better then. At least we fixed the derailment issues with, at least I fixed the derailment issues with the trucks. Placing that one. That one section of track with a dip in it. At least that's been fixed. I'll read that in a moment, James. Seems like you're singing something there. Slow it down slightly. Just have another cutout. Oh, those liners of that meme again. And now suddenly it's not cutting out at that point. Fucking thing. The fact that the wheels have to move outside of the track in order to negotiate the curves. That's not the engine's fault, it's just how it was designed. The problem is with the controller. Naros. Ow. And somehow that causes all these wagons to be pulled over again. Oh. Hang on. Right, so let's see if I can at the very least fix these short-circuiting issues. Clear these clean these rails. Oh yeah, they're very dirty. Merry Christmas, Rob. Got all the dirt up. Right, now I'll do the same for this curve here, just in case. Just in case it's the dirt and not... Just in case it's the dirt and not the, and not the, and not the engine that's causing the short-circuiting. Right. Right, giving it a good clean. Salty's Lighthouse. Couple of rainy Salty's Lighthouse episodes to be exact. Nice. Right, now that I've cleaned this part, hopefully there won't be any the cut-off doesn't occur now. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. featured episode, Grampus. So bad it's a funny rap. Yes, it is. There's liners and barters and garbage to tow. Hopefully, at the very least, that cleaning should have fixed. That cleaning under here should have fixed. Should have fixed the cutout issues. Well, it hasn't fixed the short-circuiting, but hopefully the cutout would have been fixed with me cleaning under there. Close the door, I'm dressing. Oh, God. Okay, that's a little bit better. Dun, dun, dun. It's just this curve here that's the problem now. Stop. Might be something to do with the fact that the power rail, it's where the power rail is. That might be part of the problem. Oh, and it's cut out again. I was sure that had fixed it. What's this curve here? Maybe it's something to... Hang on, I'm gonna try... So this hours back in this one, I can tell, James. Right, maybe if I replace the curve, that might fix it. If I swap it out for a different straight section here, that might fix it. Shit. This one short curve section here that's the problem now. What's wrong? At least it's not cutting out there now. No, that hasn't fixed it. Swapping out the curve hasn't fixed it. Let's get started. Shit. See, when it runs well, it runs amazingly. As soon as it cuts out, oh, hello, Electro. Yeah, we're having problems with the 9F, unfortunately. I tested it earlier, it all seemed fine. Spooky's doing HRVs. Now it's not behaving itself for some reason. Oh, now it's not short-circuited on the curve. Alright. You still there, Electro? I'm sorry about the issues we've been having. Seems to be very will it, won't it, this engine. There's something seizing up. Oh my god. Just a minute. This doesn't stop. Now suddenly it's not cutting out there. At last, peace and quiet. Had another cutout. I'm ignoring that derailed truck. Oh, some of it's been left behind now. Fucking hell. This grey truck is causing problems now. Let's go back to having 22. Do 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 do. Wanted to play some music with him running and everything. It's all to do with the long wheelbase of this engine. I'm getting up a lot of dirt on this curve. So dirty. Getting up a lot of dirt. Burn. Slow down, slow down. Oh, God. See, when it runs well, it runs like a dream. Hello, Jacob. We're having problems at the moment. It's not Evening Star that's doing this. It's more than anything. It's the layout. Evening Star's running very well. No mechanical problems with it at all. It's just the layout that's not playing ball at the moment. Not even the derailments are too bad at the moment. It's just cutouts and short circuits we're having a lot of at the moment, Jacob. Some short circuits. Cutouts and short circuits. I was hoping to tell you all about the 9Fs as the engine runs around the layout. Instead, I'm just seeing to its constant stoppages. Hello, NRP fan. Merry Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you all. Keeps cutting out at this very spot, and I can't explain why, Jacob. Maybe if I replace the power rail, that would fix it. Well, but anyway, as you all know, the 9Fs are my favourite steam locomotives of all. They're going to be at the #1 spot, as I'm sure you can all predict, of my top 25 favourite British steam locomotives list. Maybe if I make the curve less sharp at the back, less sharp, that might fix it. Maybe if I replace the curve with a less sharp one, that might fix it. Oh. Now something's seizing up. Evening Star, his own express. Yes, that would be great. Listen to the motor. Well, kind of. I think something seized up in it actually, Stan. I think that it's this tight radius curve at the back that's causing the wheels to slip off. It might be this tight radius curve at the back that's causing the wheels to slip off, and and then they're still off by the time it gets to that curve, and that's causing the short circuit. So maybe if I replace the curve here, that might fix it. Right. I'll run it light engine, forwards then backwards in that case, Stan. See, it's still making that noise. Yeah, the Bachmann ones are more expensive though. Now I'll run it backwards. Well, I can't do laps when there's a train already on the line. Yeah, the Bachmann ones are a lot more expensive though, train guy. That's why part of the reason I asked for a Hornby one instead. Specifically a model of Evening Star. It might be the length of the train, but I kind of do want to run my 9F with a train this long, Stan, because, you know, the 9Fs are that long. Alright. Shit. Oh wait, it's cut out anyway because I haven't connected it up at the other end yet. It's cut out anyway because I haven't connected it up at the other end yet. Right, let's see if swapping out the curve. Let's see if this stops the short circuits. We're going to break it. Then the motor stopped making that noise. Sometimes it does make that noise though, Stan, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, see if this is any better. And now it's fainted because... Okay. Alright, I'll take off 3 wagons, Stan. We'll have it pull 20 wagons and a brake van. We'll see how that goes, Stan. Take off 3 wagons. All right. We'll have it. Oh, shit. Jerk. Hang on, I'll read the chat again in a second. Because of the problems I was having. Maybe the curve I replaced it with is banking over a bit too much. Yeah, well, I've try and slim down. So do I, James. I'm gonna have to replace it with another curve now. So the one I tried to replace it with is leaning it over too much. Oh wait, this is the curve that has the dip in it. If I try using this one, the wagons will all derail again. Oh God. So... Malware. Malware. Could be. No. It could be. Now. Stop. No. Control centered light video. Right, let's see if this is any better. Digging. Here we are. This should be a bit better. Lovely. Right. Alright, so I've taken off 3 wagons. See if this works. Oh, what now? Oh. If I don't get this working soon, I'm honestly considering giving up the stream, guys, and trying again on Saturday. Well, that hasn't fixed the short-circuiting issues here. Thanks. Fainting onto its side like that. That hasn't worked. So maybe that tighter curve was necessary. I am literally internally face palming right now, guys. Welcome back, Jacob. We're still having problems. It seems to be cutting out a bit less now that now it's putting a slightly lighter load, thanks to Stan's advice. I'll give you that, Stan. Your advice, it is now cutting out a bit less. I'll give you that, Stan. It's just the short-circuiting that's the problem now. The short circuit. It's just Ow. I was really looking forward to this stream. It happens to give me problems on Christmas Day as well. At least last year when I did a running session stream, at least the 225 actually worked. Ow. Actually, it's now down to 19 trucks. So I took off the other, so I took off one of the others. Wait, no, it is down to 20 trucks. Well, I did a little bit, Stan, forwards and backwards. But I must admit I didn't do the full half an hour in both directions like you're supposed to. I just wanted to see it on a long train as soon as possible. But yes, it is about time I got a proper layout, Stan. You're absolutely right. Oh, now it's left the wagons behind. We do, but I'd need a large baseboard and that would take a while to plan out. And there's a lot of clutter in our garage that would need removing first. Clutter. Clutter. But no, it's nothing wrong with the engine mechanically, it's just not a very good layout. Might be of some help. Actually, Stan, yes. If you could get down to my place at some point and help me build a baseboard in our garage large enough to put this layout on, then yes. I'd be more than willing for that. Then hopefully my 9F will finally run properly. As I said, it's nothing to do with the engine itself. Mechanically, the 9F's all fine. Just these short-circuiting problems. I don't think it's... No, it didn't stop that time. So why did it stop the first time? Actually, it is that tight radius curve that's causing the problem. But if I try to do a shorter curve, a more gentle curve, it causes too much and then it just faints like that. Ugh. Looking from ACF maybe? Interesting. Oh. You know what, guys? I'll probably just end the stream here, because this really hasn't worked out. I thought for sure I would get this 9F working, but no. And now all the wagons have fainted off the track again. Keeps slipping off. Then when it tries to pull away again, the wagons just all faint off the track, so I'll probably just end the stream and try again on Saturday. After I come back from my trip to the Bluebell Railway. I'm very tired now anyway. Actually, Stan, that's a good idea. No, actually, guys, I'm not going to end just yet. I'm going to give a passenger train a try, since the 9Fs were also used on passenger trains. It's a shame I don't have any Mark 1s, because those would be the coaches the 9Fs would have pulled. Ones. Shame I only have a few Mark 1s. You know, let's see if it fares any better pulling the LME Teaks. Alright. We'll try it with the LME Teaks, but if it really doesn't work, then I will end the stream and try again on Saturday. And I'll spend all of tomorrow, Boxing Day, before tomorrow's usual Friday stream, trying to get the layout perfect, trying to get it working exactly right. Because it was more or less working exactly right earlier today, so I don't know what happened. Why it never behaves itself when on camera. Well, Not quite never. It does sometimes, not all the time. Oh, shit. No. No. See if it works any better with a passengers. It's a problem to decide. Do look very nice, it does indeed. Considering they actually did pull passenger trains in BR service. It makes me wonder if other British locomotives normally used on freight trains would sometimes be used on passenger trains. Like, did the Great Western 2800s and 2884s, for example, ever pull passenger trains? Occasionally. And was it the same for the 8Fs? Did they sometimes pull passenger trains? Or even the Great Western Night Owls? Did they sometimes pull passenger trains? Yeah, we know for sure the 9Fs did, but... hence why the likes of Evening Star and 92214 City of Leicester or Central Star were given Brunswick green liveries as opposed to the black liveries. Right, let's see if passengers look any better. 9F with Elni Artiques looks incredible. Oh, and it still cuts out. Okay, maybe that's a bit too fast. Okay, that's a bit too fast. Okay, it's still cutting out around the back. Well, it's no longer short-circuiting on the where the power rail is, at least. Oh! Okay, that was completely my fault. Okay, that derailment was completely my fault. Was completely my fault. Well, it doesn't seem to be much better. No, I don't think it's anything to do with the tunnel. slow it down a little bit. I'm a responsible driver. Yeah, probably is too much. Curve at the back probably is too much for that. Chrissy. Okay, it's knocked against the tunnel. Well, the short circuiting on this part of the layout has stopped at least. Yeah, that curve at the back's definite. That sharp curve at the back is definitely not working for this engine. But if I try to replace it with if I try to replace the curve at the back with a more gentle curve, it just causes the track to tip too much, and then the train just faints off the track. I'm really gonna have to think about this, guys. I'm really gonna have to think about a way around this, guys. But so until then, because the 9F seems to be going around every other curve just fine. It's just the very sharp one at the back that it's having problems with and stopping on. Now it's gone right back to short circuiting here. Now it's suddenly working. What is going on? Oh, shit. I'm probably going to have to end the stream in a moment, guys. And then I'll spend most of tomorrow really trying to refine it. And get it properly working. I'm probably gonna end the stream in a moment, guys. Then spend most of tomorrow ironing out the kinks in this layout before the usual Friday stream starts. Then when I get back from the Bluebell Railway on Saturday, I'll try another one of these. I mean, it looks amazing when it's actually working, but when it's not, it's just no good. I'll probably try and do a little bit of rebuilding of the layout tomorrow. See if I can iron out more of the kinks. Well, maybe not an entirely new one, Stan, but I'll probably... What I will do tomorrow, Stan, is I'll almost certainly modify the part at the back so it no longer requires such a sharp curve. And then hopefully I'll finally be able to run such a long wheelbase locomotive without it derailing or short-circuiting the controller every 15 seconds. Because I've noticed long wheelbase locos like Tornado seem to have the problem. This curve and that curve that are causing the problems. Well, it didn't have a problem that time. I think it's when it starts locking up that the problems start. When the mechanism and the tender starts seizing up a bit is when the problems start. Well, it's running nicely now. Or not. Yeah, I will see about creating a new track plan and see if I can eliminate these short-circuiting issues entirely. Wanting a service? Yeah, I might see if I can give it a service as well. Go on, run request for stuff? Awesome. Okay. It seems to be running a bit better with these coaches, but not much better. I'll go into a lot more detail about why the 9Fs are my favourite steam locomotives in my top 25 favourite British steam locomotives video. But to put it simply, the reason the 9Fs are my favourite steam locomotives of all is because they represent everything I love about trains, all rolled up into a single class of locomotive. That's why they're my favourites, basically. I think, yeah, perhaps. It's just we also got to make time to see family up there as well when I come up to see you. It just keeps dying on it. It just keeps cutting, just keeps short circuiting on this curve. But yeah, if you could give the 9F and some of my other engines a proper service span, I would appreciate that. I'll consider doing that at some point next year, Stan. When it works, it works. It's also just criminal how these engines only had 14 years of service life on BR at most. At 3 now. It's just criminal. These engines only had 14 years of service life at most. 251 in total built as well. Huge waste of time and money. Flash segment of engines I don't like Chris Eden Green did in his top 10 favourite standard gauge British steam locomotives video. Yeah, I'm gonna do I'm actually gonna do a proper top 10 list of those of the engines I'm not so keen on. I'm gonna do a proper list of that, but there are gonna be honourable mentions in my top in that list though. There will be honourable mentions though. Oh, Necron and Sinner here, lovely. Just running my Christmas present. A model of Evening Star. My favourite locomotive of all. My Christmas present. To show off my Christmas present, Sin. And I will stream doing the usual stream tomorrow. Probably not going to go for much longer though, because it just keeps cutting out, see? It probably will be, Stan. It won't be number 1 though, Stan. The Austerity's not going to be number 1 on the top 10 worst list though, Stan. And I am also including diesels and electric engines on the list as well, since there are so few trains I actually don't like. So diesel and electric engines will be included on the list as well. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. Sorry, Stella. Yeah, I can't. If it's just going to keep cutting out every 2 laps, I've got it to go around for at least 1 lap without cutting out, but if it's just going to keep cutting out every 2 laps, then I really don't think I can carry on with this stream, so I'll probably just end it in a moment, and then do some, and then give this layout a bit of an then give this layout a good bit of bodging tomorrow morning, and then try doing a stream on this layout again on Saturday. Godzilla Chronicles, nice. Thanks, Sin. Yeah, I just can't keep doing this. It's just going to keep cutting out on this curve, so... Shit. So... I'll probably end in a second. I'm tired now anyway. Yeah, bodybuilder, I was thinking that as well. God, no license, bodybuilder just takes cash. Well, shit, it's not given. I did try using the older controller that doesn't have any short circuit protection as well, Stella, but that just caused the 9F to go out of control. So I probably will get a new controller soon as well. But I'm very happy to finally own a 9F. A model of my favourite one as well. And it's cut out again. Oh. I really can't keep doing this, guys, if it's just going to keep failing me at this very curve. With its long wheelbase. Slipping off the track by design, that is, and short-circuiting the track, so... Yeah, I am going to end now. And then tomorrow I'm going to see about redoing this curve here, as well as the curve over there. Try and see what I can do about all this. And then hopefully on the 27th, this layout should be a lot more friendly to Evening Star. Actually, before we end, I'm going to try one more thing. Well, I'm giving you one now, Stella. Actually, let's try one more thing. Maybe the problem is the actual power rail. So let's try swapping it out and see if it'll be kinda... See if this fixes it. Hello, Neon. We've been having problems all stream. The long wheelbase of the 9F keeps coming off the track, causing it to short circuit. Now, it does that by design at every curve, so it can, you know, actually go around the curve, but it only seems to be at this curve at the moment. So I'm just doing an experiment. Well, the engine itself was behaving, no mechanical issues with it, but it's the layout that's not behaving, Neon. It just doesn't like the long wheelbase of Evening Star, it seems. It was alright this morning. Not now, though, it seems. No, it's made no difference. I'm gonna end the stream in a moment anyway, Neon. And then give this layout a good bodging tomorrow. Radius of the track, yeah, there is a sharp radius curve round there. Try seeing to that tomorrow. Merry Christmas, Jupiter. Needs more straights, okay. I don't know. No, that's not worked. I mean, again, when it runs really well. It's just the layout that's the problem. Is it runs when it runs, it runs. And that's exactly what I'm going to do tomorrow, Neon. Shit. Alright, MLP fan. Yeah, I'll give this layout a good bodging tomorrow morning so that it's more friendly for long wheelbase locos like my 9F. Then do my normal live stream tomorrow evening. Then on Saturday after I return from the Bluebell Railway, try another one of these streams, these running session streams. We're not watching a film this weekend anyway, as my uncle, auntie and cousin are coming on the 28th and 29th, so we'll probably watch something with them. So I will have time to do another one of these on the 27th anyway. I was going to do another one of these on the 27th regardless of this stream not being successful tonight. Yeah, I can't deal with this anymore, guys. I'm ending it now. Well, even though this stream was a failure, I still appreciate you guys coming. And an Evening Star constantly cutting out and stopping tonight, that was not the engine's fault at all, as I said. It was entirely the layout. It was entirely the layout itself not being friendly for long wheelbase locomotives like Evening Star. So, I'll end the stream now. Do a bit of bodging on the layout. Here's your close-up shot, Stella. Here's your close-up shot of the engine. So I'll end the stream now. Do a bit of bodging on the layout tomorrow morning. And then try this stream again on the 27th. I was going to do another one of these on the 27th anyway, as I said. But I just wish this stream wasn't a failure tonight and Evening Star actually could keep on running without cutting out every like 30 seconds. I hope you're all looking forward to tomorrow's usual Friday stream and the second attempt of this live stream on Saturday evening, regardless. So that'll be at 7 PM on Saturday evening, the second attempt of this stream. That'll be Saturday at 7 PM. Hope you're all looking forward to that. And tomorrow's usual Friday stream. I'm sorry this stream's been a bit of a failure, but as I said, I'm going to try and rectify the issues with this layout tomorrow. And hopefully by Saturday, this layout will be much more friendly to Evening Star and not make it cut out every 30 seconds. So, well, that'll be it for now, though, guys. That'll be it for now, everyone. Regardless, thank you all so much for watching what you have of this stream, regardless of it being a failure. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, share this stream with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to me, TrainLover16, if you haven't already, to stay tuned for my upcoming content. Also, go follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky. Hype this stream if you can. Join my Discord server. Go and check out my eBay profile. Go and buy my novel, The Spy and the Superdog, if you haven't already. And I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye, everyone.